record.
Welcome to the Dyson'S Effect,
A show about everyday situations, issues, and topics we talk about and give our opinions.
We may even listen to yours.
We are your hosts, Johnny
and Theresa,
also known as Mr. and Mrs. Dyson. Hey everybody, this is Johnny.
And this is Theresa.
And this is another episode of the
Dyson'S Effect.
Take with that pretty smile. Yes. So this is a special Valentine's Day episode that we're doing. And first, how was your week thus far?
My week was good.
Was good? Was it productive? Did you get a lot of stuff done?
Yes, I would hope so.
You would hope so?
Yes.
Well, I got a lot of stuff done, some things I wanted to get done with helping your business, but also my businesses and things that we have going on and things we're trying to implement for the family. We got a couple birthdays coming up this month in February. My oldest daughter birthday, Janisha, and my mom's birthday, my uncle's birthday just passed. That's roughly about it. Also, with the climate that we're in during this pandemic and everything that we have going on, we also had Valentine's Day in the midst of everything. So we posted up some pictures that we recently had a special? Was it special?
Yeah.
Was it special? We had a special couple's Valentine's Day with our
couple's Valentine's Day dinner.
Yes. So we have a good friend, a good sister friend by Lydia that decorated everything at their house, being that this is their second time moving back. They moved back here from Texas. And she decorated this big event. So it was this past Saturday. So
yes, Saturday. The 13th.
The 13th.
So we had a chef come and he cooked dinner. For them, they had steaks, I think T-bone steaks. Mac and cheese, asparagus. The first course was a wedge salad, which we all had, and then the second was the main course, obviously. For us, he was not a vegan chef, so this was his first time. He did vegan au gratin potatoes, which was really yummy, asparagus, and then he fried us oyster mushrooms, which turned out to be really good. So now he said he will add this to his menu.
Yes.
And thanked us for the challenge. But it was really good.
It was good.
Yeah, it was
We had a dessert. The dessert could have been better, but the desserts wasn't his fault.
Yeah, he sourced it out.
But also I think our desserts, we have a high tolerance on desserts. Like we eat all type of vegan sweets from everywhere. So like he would have to really meet our expectations when it comes to desserts. Like it's not him, it's just our palate is real significant with that. Also, he cooked the mushrooms. We also had asparagus too, that was real good. But the mushrooms that he cooked, he said he looked up a batter to make. And it was a different type of batter. This was his first time doing. His name is Xavier W. Xavier W. He's on Instagram. For this to be his first time, he did an amazing job because everybody can't cook it. Everybody can't cook mushrooms, and then it's hard to cook anything when it's your first time.
Yeah.
So when it's your first time, you expect to mess up. No, he did a good job cooking it. And he did a good job with making catering to us, making sure we was all right, make sure we had all our food, and we brought our own drinks. We had a lot of drinks.
Very professional. He stayed in the kitchen no matter what our conversation was about.
Yes, crazy.
He did all the cleanup. He washed all the dishes.
Yes. This was a private chef that came to the house, y'all. Came to the house, cooked the meal for 6 people, 3 couples. So a 3-course meal for 6 people.
Yeah,
that was nice.
I think it ended up being like altogether $800 and something,
which is not bad because you got to consider someone that's coming to you, and he supplied the food.
Right.
So if you consider 800 divided by 3, that's roughly around what it'll cost for a chef. You know, a private chef anyway.
Right. So that was one of the things on my list that I did want to accomplish. Not really accomplish, but experience. This year was that. I do want to do it again. There is a vegan chef. She cooks regular food and vegan, but I think she's mostly vegan. So I do want to try her, but it was nice. We played games. We just talked. We really just talked, and with with really all of our group of friends, we laugh a lot. But like, it's never a dull moment with this group of friends. So I'm always down if one of them invite us over for dinner, drinks, just anything, because it's definitely a good time. I think we probably got home around 3. I think we came home at about 3.
Around
so we was an hour out from where the dinner was at. Our drive was about 50 minutes, so but it was cool.
Yeah, I think that I made a post about this because I really think that it's significant. What is significant in this time is that being that all of us that was there, I won't say all of us, but except for Monica. Hey, Monica. All of us from the crib, we got to do better at spending more time with each other because everything that's going on. And we also got to do better with creating our own village around each other, because with creating our own village around each other, sometimes it's hard to find babysitters. It's hard to find, it's hard to outsource stuff. It's like we need, let's just say, because all of us have issues. Let's just say if your car broke down, hey man, my car broke down. Hey man, I'm an hour away, but I'll be over there. Stuff like that. Or hey, it's an emergency, and I'm at work. I need you to go home and check on my wife. Certain stuff like that is good for us to create our own villages around each other. Or like if Craig and Monica need to go do something, or they want to have a date night, they can drop the kids off over our house. There's no trouble. Same thing with Braxton and all that. But we need to do better with leaning more on each other. That's hard when you become independent. That's very hard when you become independent. But as it equates to that Valentine's Day, that was a significant moment for us to just chill, relax, laugh, have fun. Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. And then Sunday, when we finally got up and got dressed, we went for brunch at one of our favorite brunch places here that sells regular food and vegan food. So we get there, they close at 3. We get there a little bit after 1, and they have a sign up saying an hour and 45-minute wait for food.
An hour and 45-minute wait.
So it didn't take that long. I don't even think we waited an hour.
No, well, this is the thing. They I guess they had to say like it could be up to an hour and 45 minutes because they was bagged up. But the time, when you Google restaurants, you see like what's the most busiest time. The most busiest time I think was around 11 to 12 or like 10:30 to 12:30, something like that for a brunch anyway. So the name of the restaurant is Cultivate. Shameless plug for them. But it wasn't that long, but we couldn't. So we weren't supposed to have a cheat day. That's another thing, because we kind of had a cheat night for our Valentine's night. We ain't gonna admit that we ain't supposed to have no cheat day, y'all. So we kind of getting like 1.5 or 2 days in a row. But with that was, we kind of, I wanted chicken and waffles, vegan chicken. It's a place they got vegan chicken and waffles here, but they too far, man. They're all the way in Lawrenceville. I ain't feel like driving all the way to Lawrenceville. We only could drive right downtown Atlanta, which is 15, 20 minutes away. Get our regular, hash browns, eggs, sausage, all wrapped up with the cheese on top. It's crazy. We get that, but I'm like Auntie Tia say, if I'm gonna cheat, I want my cheat meal to be the best cheat meal. I don't want to waste my calories and all that stuff on if it ain't good. But
it's not in Lawrenceville, it's in Decatur.
Oh, okay. So that's on Lawrenceville Highway, right? So
yeah. But it was packed, but I've seen it packer. Atlanta is
I like that word. Yeah.
Is known for they brunch here a lot on Sundays in Atlanta. Yeah, so like all the breakfast places are going to be jam packed. There is going to be a wait. So that's just something you'll expect when you go. We did that. We were gonna take Jariah, but she was up cooking breakfast before we got out the bed. So we ended up just coming to get her. She wanted to go to the mall. She has her own debit bank card. So
she's Jariah is 10 years old and cooks her own breakfast. So once she learned how to cook her own breakfast, she'll get up and cook her own breakfast all the time. Now, like, I'm gonna cook me some breakfast. Like, she know how to do her eggs and everything. So she wasn't waiting on us, even though we was undecisive a little bit the day before if he was going to do it. But
yeah, she didn't know. We was either saying brunch or dinner. But so she wanted to go to the mall and buy her some things with her money. So she ended up getting 2 shirts and a pair of Crocs. And the funniest thing is I've been trying to get her to get Crocs since last summer, and she like, no, they're ugly. And now all of a sudden she wants.
I think it's because the kids wearing them now and she won't.
So we did that, and then her and Kaden, we were taking them to dinner, and our first thing was like, okay, we can do TGI Fridays. They have a vegan burger.
Right.
And we get there around 6:30. It's not late. And we walk in, a guy was in front of me, and he was asking how long the time was. Wait. And she was like 2.5 hours. I said, for TGI Friday?
TGI, man.
And I guess he was questioning her. I walked out, but I heard him say, y'all not even that packed. So, and it could be they're not using, I know a lot of places are not, using all of their tables and stuff, but right. 2.5 hours for Friday? So, okay. And then we went to this other place. I walked in, it's a hookah bar. No, that's not gonna work. Have kids with us. Then
this time
I called Chili's and they said a 2-hour wait. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? We picked that restaurant because we're like, oh, nobody's gonna want to go there. You know, it's Valentine's Day. Blase. But so long story short, we ended up at a Mexican restaurant by the house, one that we frequent quite often.
Right.
And I was just sitting there and I had ordered a margarita and I was drinking it, and then just all of a sudden it was just like I was nauseous and just like the smell of the food was just making me really sick. I couldn't even eat the food. So I don't know if it was the drink, the smell, I don't know what it was.
That's why I was confused too, I guess.
Yeah, it was like all of a sudden came over me like
that's why
the dry mouth, like I was gonna throw up, everything. So.
You get the gag in there.
Yeah, so I didn't even eat the food.
And then we took the food home. You got the vegan spinach and something chimichanga.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I won't eat it. Maybe.
So we're gonna throw it away.
I don't know.
I'll give it to Jariah, Mikey. But that was good. Why was the having a private chef on your bucket list?
Because it was something I wanted to experience. I see a lot of people do it, and it looks very nice, and it just
something you want to try. Yeah. It was good though. It was good. It was straight. It was nice. Mm-hmm. It was nice for all that. That was nice. That was something different. I think I want to do that again.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can do that without just us in the house. Like,
why couldn't we?
We got a house full of shouting. So, being that today is an interesting special, well, this is a very interesting special Valentine's Day episode. Mm-hmm. We also, I looked up some interesting Valentine's Day question that a lot of people have questions about, and a lot of people are on the fence about, and a lot of people have these concerns when it comes to Valentine's. Because a lot of people don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Some people are on the fence about it. Some people this, and based on a lot of questions that came through, some of the posts that I made, and we've seen at other places on social media, a lot of people had questions about it, like, is this true? Is this not true? This is the time when people do a lot of questioning the couple that they are in or are not in. Mm-hmm. So this is very interesting. So these are just a couple of Valentine's Day, quote unquote, questions that I found that is very relative to the point that we're in today. So the first question is
Valentine's Day more for men or women?
What you think? I'm gonna let you bite on that one first.
I mean,
bite on that, pun intended.
For me, it's, I guess, quote unquote Lover's Day is what a lot of people call it. You shouldn't love on your significant other on one day out of the year. Lover's Day should be, every day.
Oh, so you should be loving on me right now.
So I think it's for both. I mean, even for friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a gift in the mail for me and Jariah from a friend. Very unexpected, very just, it was really, really nice for her to think of us like, I'm going to give them a Valentine's Day gift. So Valentine's, I think, is just like overall a loving day. So anybody and everybody that's in your life, I guess you should love on. I think it's for both. I think it's for both. I don't think it should just be all given to the women, because you should show equal love to your partner or whoever you're with on that day. And not just that day, like I said, every day.
Yeah, about that. It's Valentine's Day for men and women. Yeah, I think it's
Valentine's Day for men or women.
I think it's for what the people need it to be. Mm-hmm. I think it's good for like fathers, being that I'm a father, for like you to express your love for your daughters during that time. That's aside from the Valentine's Day massacre, how Valentine's Day started from the Romans and so on and so forth. Besides that, we can set that aside. Let's be optimistic for now. Let's be a little bit optimistic for the times that we're in, because a lot of people is not religious anyway. So, I mean, if you're not religious, it wouldn't hurt just to show someone you love, especially people that's near and dear to you and close to your heart. So, it's
one thing I don't know because I feel like a lot of people, and maybe they do every year, but I just seen a lot of like people go all the way out for it this year. So I don't know if it's because of everything that happened last year. Well, we wasn't really locked down in February of last year. No, it didn't start till March, but I don't know. I think I feel like I seen more love and more loving, being passed around this year versus last year. And I guess it could be because of the COVID.
Yeah, it could be because of that too. But you got to think about it, because being that we are more locked down than a lot of other places. This is the time when people need to be shown that they are cared about, they are loved, and that how much they mean to each other during these times. So you got to think, like, if the average restaurant is closed down, the average, let's say, couples golfing place, like these average places for them to go somewhere and do stuff, you can get lost into, like, it ain't nothing for us to do. You know what I'm saying? So you have to become more creative. Like, we had a family member that had their daughter decorated a hotel room for them, because, like, it's really not that much to do in a lot of places. So these are the times, it's more so about the time that we in more so than the day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more so about the time that we're in. The time that we're in, we need to be expressing love more, as opposed to, is this for man or is this for woman? Because let's just say we've lost people recently. So being that we lost people recently because of coronavirus, COVID-19, because of all of this stuff that's going on, what if we get lost in also into what we have, what we don't have, our financial situation, whatever it is, job situation, whatever it is, we get lost into that to get pulled out of that situation. Let's say, hey, you know, I love you and I'm here with you, isn't it? So that's what I think. So I think it's what the relationship needs. So yeah, so yes, because men can show their daughters that, mothers can show their fathers that, their sons that, and so on and so forth. So yeah.
So basically, it's for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's
any and everybody that you love.
Yeah,
on that.
Any and everybody that you love, and I'm going to push the envelope and say that it's also for friends, because sometimes you don't know what your friend needs. Just like you said, you got a friend that got you something. What if your friend really needs you to like say, hey, I know you going through it, and I got you a little something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or your mom, maybe your mom is going through it, maybe your aunt, whoever it is. I think this is the time. It's the time for that, as opposed to don't get lost into it being Valentine's Day. Because I know I got a couple homeboys that be like, I don't believe in all that Valentine's Day and this and that. And a couple of them single, or a couple of them got a single mind, for lack of better words. So,
yeah.
you see what I'm saying? You can be in a relationship and got a single mind.
Yeah,
so,
we also made little baskets and took it over to the other two couples for dinner. And they didn't know.
They didn't know it was a surprise.
That they were getting it. So
what was in the basket?
there were dice to play sexy game or sex games.
Lick this, touch this, suck on this, shout it. Put it here, put it there, put it everywhere.
100 different sex positions.
A what?
Cards with 100 different positions.
Little sticks that had it on each side?
No, cards.
Oh, the cards?
Cards.
Oh.
Yeah. The sticks were different date night ideas.
That was the sticks, yes.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was real nice.
Candy, balloon.
Pop rocks, candy. Pop rocks. Well, my wife didn't, from the previous season, my wife did not know what Pop rocks was for.
And massage oil.
Yeah. So, not for nothing. 100 sex ideas. Do you think you can do 100 sex things?
Positions.
Do you think you can do 100 positions?
No, depends on what they are.
You know what I seen the other day on I think they were just showing out on this, skimming through my porn section. I seen a girl standing on her head, and I was like, wow. And she wasn't a little girl either. She was a BBW. I like my chicks BBW. Shout out to Drake. But
stand on her head doing what?
She was taking a python while standing on her head. He was doing a pile driver. Bam. Pile driving her, and she was standing on her head. Standing on her head, y'all. She was standing on her head. I'm not making this up. Google your local porn video. She was standing on her head. BBW too. But I mean, how many sex positions you think you got in you for Valentine's Day? Any other day, don't count. For Valentine's Day, how many you think you got in you? 2. The fuck? 2? You only got 2 positions? You don't tap out on them 2 positions. So I think it was that, but the gifts, that was nice that you get. That was nice. Mm-hmm. And you could have got us some of those things. We could have done some of them date night things.
Mm-hmm. You could still go get.
Okay. I'm gonna go get some of them. Spencer's. I'm gonna go get some of those and get some.
Yeah, it was some nice little ideas on there on those sticks.
Okay, we're gonna look that up. I'm gonna see how many sex positions you feel like doing on your birthday. So, another question is, which is very interesting. Which traditional gift would you rather receive for Valentine's Day, what have you? Would it be chocolates, flowers, or a card with a message, something of that nature? Like, which traditional gift that you don't mind receiving? Because I don't know this. Because, after you be together for so long, we got over 20 years. We got nearly 25 years together. Which one that you would like to receive? Or is that
not really a candy person.
Not really a candy person.
I would say flowers.
So you don't mind receiving
flowers? Yeah, flowers. I can look at them for at least 7 days. 7 days. Card, I'm just gonna throw somewhere.
You remember what happened last season when I talked about the flowers?
Last season. No.
So she would rather get flowers, y'all, right? I used to get her flowers every week. Me and Jariah used to go get her flowers. So sometimes they sell out. Flowers don't cost that much. You get like little regular flowers. You get tulips, sunflowers, dandelions, all of them. Just some nice flowers to have in the house. Every day of the week we have flowers. I stopped getting flowers because one of the days they sold out of the flowers and they didn't just renew them. So I used to have flowers in the house at least every week, some new fresh flowers. Start getting flowers and I was like, you know what? Ain't no more flowers now. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Okay. You ain't got to give me no flowers. And you ain't say nothing else about them. And I just started getting flowers. Because Jariah used to pick out the flowers. She's like, oh, you want to get mom some flowers? Oh, yeah, let's get us some flowers. But sometimes mama would pick out flowers too. She's like, oh, we need to get some flowers for the house. So they got used to having flowers in the house. And you didn't say nothing about it. Didn't care nothing about my hard-earned effort of keeping flowers in this house for at least, I did it for at least about majority of the year.
Why would I have to say something?
You shouldn't have to say nothing, but you didn't miss it at my point. You don't miss it.
Yeah, I just didn't say nothing.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna get you some dollar store flowers.
No, it's okay.
Okay, all right. So, I'm kind of traditional. I'll accept anything that comes from a heart. I'll accept the card. You can get them from the dollar store. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them 2 for $1. I'll accept the card. But just write something meaningful in it. Pour your heart out in it. If you spent 50 cents to get it, make it the best 50 cents you done ever spent. I'm cool with that. You ain't got to spend a lot of money on me. You know what I'm saying? That's where the heart at. If y'all sitting up watching this on YouTube, y'all can see I have one of my favorite, moving in slow motion, my favorite villain shirt. She be hating on my shirts because everywhere we go, I get compliments on my shirts. I have my favorite shirt from the favorite movie. See what they say, y'all. Beware of I'm telling you, Show Enough. I have a Show Enough shirt from The Last Dragon, one of my favorite movies of all time by Berry Gordy. I just had to put that in there. Mm-hmm. But it really don't matter. Like it's really not a big deal.
Yeah.
What's the next question? Good thing.
Is Valentine's Day only about romantic love, or is it a good occasion to celebrate friendship as well? I mean, we kind of said that in the first one.
Right.
Some people make it, really only about being romantic and, but at the same time, if you have a friendship and you value it, that can be celebrated as well. Like they have Valentine's Day, which is I think like a couple days before Valentine's Day, where you get with your girlfriends and do dinner and exchange gifts. So it's pretty much for everyone.
It's for everyone.
It doesn't have to be all the time, romantic, yeah. But yeah. I mean, if you have somebody and you're going to be romantic, that's fine. But it's for to celebrate your friendship as well.
Yeah, it really ain't. It doesn't matter like that. Sometimes people need that love. People be going through so much stuff in their own way. People need that love. People need that love to be shown that, hey, there's a lot of people hurting right now too. Mm-hmm. So people need love no matter any way they can get it, as we said before. The next question, which is interesting because we started watching the movie last night. Do you like romantic movies? What is your if so, what is your favorite romantic movie? Do you like romantic movies? You just a thug. Let me just tell y'all, who did I say her favorite artist is Young Jeezy. She know every Young Jeezy song. She know every Jay-Z song. So she kind of like a thug. Like she hard as shit. Like, We were playing the other day, and she socked me on my lips. Like, yeah, she told me, yeah, you gotta always be ready. You don't never know when something might attack. I'm like, yeah, I gotta bust your lip now. You gonna bust my lip? Yeah. Sometimes your lover want to do that to you. I'm like, it's Tuesday, baby. But
no,
you always be on guard. I'm like, you're my wife. But
I can't really say.
You ain't got no romantic,
like
none
romantic,
none romantic. Like,
my favorite. I can watch it again.
With the a lot of people's movies that's like The Notebook. Did you watch that? You never seen Notebook? I seen it. What? Yeah, The Notebook. It's nice. It's a nice movie.
No, I never seen it.
Never seen Notebook. It's kind of unfair to ask me, do I got a romantic one? I like all movies. But just for the sake of argument, I'll pick two-ish, three-ish. About Last Night with Kevin Hart.
Well, that's kind of like...
That's one of the ones they call rom-com, like a romance comedy. That's romantic a little bit. They got in, they fell in love and went through all the ups and downs, broke up and got back together because they still in love with each other. So that's one. It ain't all through the whole movie. Baby boy. He don't love me no more. That ain't romantic. He wasn't in love in that. No.
It's not. I don't know.
You don't consider that?
It's not romantic.
What about The Last Dragon? Because he asked her, "Would you teach me some moves?" And she said, "Yeah." Well, hold on, wait. He was the hero in there. He saved the day. What did I say? It's only 6. A writer or something said it's only 6 or 7 stories, and every story is kind of like the same. So it's the classic story of the boy meets girl or boy saves girl. So he's the hero. He got the girl. No.
Romantic is like The Photograph.
We started watching that last night. We didn't finish. Thus far, did you like that so far a little bit?
I think I was too tired to get all the way into it. So it probably would be something I have to watch again.
What else you was doing? You was snoring. Yeah, baby, let's put this on. Let's watch this. Let's hold hands and watch that. I'm like, yeah, okay, you watching. I look over there. Her head is turned sleep, like she trying to hide being asleep, and I could hear her.
I was tired. Had a long weekend.
Yeah. So, with that being said, what about what about that one movie we watched? No, that's not a romantic movie. I don't know. I kind of like all movies. Yeah, I can't remember the girl name. Some movies to me, I watch a lot of movies, y'all. I watch low budget movies, which some of them are better than some of these big blockbuster movies. I watch a lot of movies. Some of them I just know how they gonna end too. It's just cliche. I know what's gonna happen. So I don't know if I got a favorite romantic movie though. Like my favorite one. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know if I ever. No. What's the next one, baby?
Have you ever received a Valentine's Day card or gift from a secret admirer? How did it make you feel? No, I've never received.
Never.
Even when I was in school, high school, I never received like gifts and stuff. Like, you know how girls used to walk around with their balloons and flowers. Nope.
Yeah. What about when you was a kid in elementary school? You don't remember that little boy that got you something? Some sweet tarts? No?
Nope.
I don't think I ever had a secret. I think I had a secret admirer in elementary or something like that. Maybe like that. I don't think I ever had a secret admirer. Not like that.
No, not to that point.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I had a secret admirer. No. It'll be interesting to have one. So is Valentine's Day the most romantic day of the year? If so, if it is, or if not, what day is it? Do you think Valentine's Day is the most romantic day of the year? The most?
No. I think maybe like a wedding anniversary.
Good answer. Good answer.
Is your most
good answer. I'm kind of cute.
Is your most romantic, especially if you're hitting like milestones and you know. I think an anniversary, like a wedding anniversary. I mean,
that
yeah,
a wedding.
Like if you're celebrating 20 years of being married, that trumps a Valentine's Day any day, you know.
Yeah.
So, because you've been loving that same person for 20 years.
That's big.
So
that's big.
I would say no.
So yeah, I would say no. Yeah, I would say no. But also, I think like maybe birthdays could be big for certain people. Some people go all out for their birthdays. So I wouldn't say that. I think I'm gonna take a contrarian. I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna say it is because it's love in general for everybody and all people. Because if you want to count, I agree with you, but I'm gonna take another stance. It's too easy to go your way. If we say anniversaries, that's only two people, or let's just say the group of thereof spending that. For example, you just stated that we couldn't eat at damn TGI Friday because everybody's celebrating Valentine's Day. So on that, I'll say it is even more than Sweetest Day, because Sweetest Day is...
Well, I think Sweetest Day is a up north thing. Like I don't like Midwest. Yeah, I don't think it's like anything.
And I think it's different too because Sweetest Day is always toward the end of the year and it's cold. So like that's another thing.
October. So depending on where you're at, it may be cold. It may still be warm.
That's not as vibrant. It just seems like it's not as vibrant, and it's not catered into stores and everywhere you go like Valentine's Day is. So Valentine's Day you can go buy Valentine's Day cards, candy, so on and so forth. You can't go buy Sweetest Day cards, candy. So I think there's a lot bigger than that. So yeah, with that one, yeah, I think it is everywhere because you know how we can't get. Remember one time we was trying to. Well, hold on. What about Mother's Day? It's hard to go out to eat on Mother's Day too. So I think it's bigger than Mother's Day though.
I mean, it's hard to go out to eat, on any kind of day like that too. So
yeah, it is.
Especially if you don't do reservations in advance. I mean, I'm sure if I'd have did a reservation, well, no, it didn't do reservations for Friday.
Ain't nothing.
I guess people probably just was there at like 4:00 or
Ain't
5 or whatever you may have.
So what is the next question?
What is the most romantic thing you have done for another person?
Yeah, what do you think is the most romantic thing you have done for another person? Who is this dude you did something romantic for? The most romantic thing you was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go do this right now. No, nobody? Why not?
I've just never done anything romantic.
Why?
I don't know if there's a reason behind it. It's just.
So you're not a romantic person? You don't think so?
I never did it.
Why not? You're not romantic? You're not romantic? You too hard. See what I'm saying? You gotta quit trying to be a thug, man. Yeah. Why you ain't romantic? You ain't never wanted to plan nothing. So maybe that's something you gonna have to work on. You gotta romance me before you get this again, dude. I ain't giving you none no more till you romance me. you ain't get. I'm keeping this. You ain't getting none. Nah, you gotta romance me. You just can't. You gotta wine and dine me. You gotta take me out to eat. So, what was the most romantic thing I've done? Let me count the ways. What about that time? I think I wanted to do something different. We was in Columbus, and I think I brought you cards to work.
No. Every day. was something different. It wasn't just cards. It was
Right.
just something
So
different.
one day it was every day of the week. So for 5 days,
Before Valentine's
it was
Day.
before Valentine's Day. So every day I brought something up to your job for something different. So one day I brought something. Do you remember all the stuff I got you?
Probably not.
Yeah, well, one of the days, I know one of the days because we still got the card.
Mm-hmm.
I made her a big card and wrote stuff on it and stuck candy to it. So I stuck some Reese's Pieces on it.
Mm-hmm.
I stuck some Sweet Tarts on it. Like I said, something about her being sweet or something like that. And I stuck some Sweet Tarts on it. And then it was like 3 different types of candy. I wrote that and I put that on there. And you couldn't walk in the building where she worked at. So like I had to leave it at the desk and all that. And like the second day I came, the lady was like, "Oh my God, this is so sweet." So the third day she was like, "Are you serious? I am so jealous." The fourth day, she was like, "Okay, now I want a card now. I'm going to get me a card." And I just tell my husband that, you're giving out cards to everyone. Fifth day, she was like, "She better treat you right." Because I was giving a card, and it wasn't, and I had to recently tell a couple of my friends this, is that sometimes when you want to show somebody you love them, it ain't all about the money that you got to spend. Like that was stuff that I did that I got from the dollar store, and I just went out of my way to be creative. You got to be more creative the less you spend sometimes, but I just went out of my way to do all these things. And it was I don't know, it was you shocked each time you was getting, because I didn't tell you was getting something.
Yes.
So you were shocked each time you was getting something?
Yeah.
You remember what they were saying at work? I remember you said your boss, your supervisor said something. I can't remember what it was.
No, I don't remember nothing that far.
That's why don't argue. Don't argue.
I barely could tell you what happened over the weekend.
Whatever. So, the next one is
describe your perfect Valentine's Day date.
Interesting.
Perfect. Maybe like someone singing, like artist singing to you at a candlelight dinner on a private island somewhere.
Or a private island?
Private, like a private beach or a resort, or even a rooftop scenario set up for a private dinner.
Different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Something like that.
That's different. Yeah, mine would be on a secluded island somewhere and just vacationing on the island. I ain't too particular. As long as we getting some quality time, man. Mm-hmm. We doing something different. Somebody that will sing to you on the island. Wow, who would do that? Yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. That would be nice. That would be nice.
Or like a violinist, or somebody that.
So we're gonna wrap this one up because we getting close to the end. But I want to skip over one of them that to close this out, to end this. Do you think that a romantic gesture is more powerful on Valentine's Day, or on any other day of the year? So like when somebody's doing something very romantic,
it means more on Valentine's Day than any other day?
Yes.
No. For me, if you're going to show a romantic gesture, I want it more than just one day out the year. I don't wait till so now I have to wait till next February the 14th to get that same romantic gesture.
Yeah, you don't wait till February till you get you some more flowers, shall we?
Yeah. So no. For me, it would mean just as much on a regular Monday than Valentine's Day, because it shows that you are still that person, and you thought about how could you do this to make this romantic, or this would be nice, not just this day is coming up, so you have to do this on this day.
Right. Yeah, I mean, to sum everything up, no, because we've been married almost 25 years. Because some of the stuff you said before, it's about our wedding anniversary that we had. How can we create more memories? How we can do more things for others? How we can like show our. I mean, we took our daughter out for Valentine's Day. I mean, that,
Yeah, and she also every year she gets gifts. Well,
right?
so we got her balloons, teddy bear,
All that.
candy. So all both of our other kids, they used to get gifts as well. Like
Yeah.
either for Valentine's Day, I always made sure I got them something. As they got older, I didn't. But my daughter is not here. Our daughter is not here. But I'm sure if she was here, she would have been asking where her stuff was at. So that was just something that I always did because I didn't get that growing up. Like,
Oh, I didn't know.
so they'll always know that they got things on,
Valentine's.
Valentine's
I
Day.
mean, when Janisha was real little, I used to get her a lot of stuff. I used to get her like candy and all that stuff too. I really did.
Mhm.
And what I always used to do, which is a little bit separate, is I used to always get her that and always buy her outfit. So that day she got a Valentine's Day outfit and she got like candy hearts and all that stuff. I used to always do that for her on Valentine's Day. And as she got older, I used to always do it because then she, her birthday is, Janisha's birthday in a couple of weeks. At the end of the month. So I used to always like, okay, she gonna get something here this time, and then I'm gonna turn around and get her something else. So I didn't like, try to like compensate both days. So that way I could always be getting her something. So yeah, that's what I don't think so because especially girls, young girls, being a father, you always got to show your girls you care about them, you love them. Me and Janisha had a talk a couple weeks ago, and she was telling me, some things that I could have done better. And as I said before, yes, it's a lot of stuff I could have done better. But I had to do those things to learn, and also, but and she also said we got a great relationship right now too. So it wasn't like I was a bad father, but within how this relates to Valentine's Day is like it's a lot of stuff that I was doing and she still remember. She tells me that she used to go to certain places and people would be like, "Ain't you Johnny? Ain't Johnny your daddy?" And this and that. She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "How do you know me?" I was like, "I used to take you everywhere with me." Some of my college friends still remember and so on and so forth. So as it relates to the question, you know, women need to be shown love all the time, whether they're mother, aunt, nieces, nephews, daughters, grandmothers, all of them, they need to be shown love. And sometimes a man need to be shown love because what a lot of these men out here, they hold so much in and it's so much they deal with on a day-to-day basis. And it don't have to be roses and all that stuff. You can text your father, you can text your aunt, your uncle, you can text your grandfather, your brother, whatever. You could text them, get in contact, say, "Hey, I know it's Valentine's Day, but maybe this is the day I'm thinking of you, just to say I love you and thank you for everything."
Right.
So it don't have to be of that nature of love in a couple aspects. It can be of that nature of just pure love to show somebody you care, especially during this pandemic, especially during the time that we're in, especially when people need it the most, because people are going through the most. That's why a lot of this crazy stuff is going on now. People doing all this weird stuff and all these fights, these robberies, these killings, these murders, and it's because it's a lack of love in the community. It's a lack of love in our society. So if this is one of the days that we can, suppress a lot of that stuff and show more love, so let it be.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna wrap that up. We're gonna do another episode next week, and it's time to say goodbye to all my family. What's your shirt say? Read them, cause my sister. Shout out to my sister, Quila. We love you for these shirts.
You can have results.
It says
or something.
It says, I'm reading the shirt. It says you can have results or you can have excuses.
Not both or something.
Not both.
Yeah.
So you see I had to read this a certain type of way because I got to put my finger on the word. You can have You can have results or excuses, not both. Now, this is Johnny.
And this is Theresa.
This is another episode of the
DYSON'S Effect.
Peace, love, blessings. Subscribe, comment,
share.
rate, review our podcast. If there's anything else, make sure you email us at thedysonseffect@hotmail.com. And that's how we're going to end it.
Yeah.
Yes.